Well, I can remember the sirens going off, and early in the morning there was a yellow aeroplane. I think it was made out of canvas in those days. A spotter plane went over the top, and I can remember that quite clearly. And I can remember seeing a few dead Japanese here and there. My brother and I would go up there catching rabbits during the war, and you know, give them away through the fence, watch them playing baseball. And I didn't know much about them because, you know, at school and the talk was, oh, Japanese are all very dangerous and yellow peril and all that stuff. And I remember we had a dartboard and threw darts at the Emperor's face. But you know, that's war, isn't it? After the cemetery was established in 1964, we were trying to think of something that we could come up with that'd be acceptable to remind us of our history with Japan. And I said, how about we build a Japanese garden? Oh, and they thought, oh, that'll be all right. I said, well, no one's going to go crook about building a garden. But then I thought, why don't we make it so that we've got the whole scope of Japanese cultural heritage, so it's not just a garden. And of course that's what we finished up with here. All the buildings are designed by a Japanese architect too, as well as the garden itself. It was recommended that we commission a man, Ken Nakajima, in Japan as the architect. The first Japanese landscape garden was built in the 16th century. And a Japanese landscape garden is a miniature landscape of Japan. So what you have here is a miniature landscape of Japan. You admittedly got to use your imagination a bit. So we've captured here a lot of Japanese cultural heritage in one area, one complex. And that was the idea in the first place.